Actually, just with the white pencil, I just want to mark her highlight out a bit stronger. Just make sure I get it in the right place. We can go over it with the blue, but I really want these to show up. I really need to get these in. And we'll subdue them down. But if the white's underneath, they'll never disappear. And they'll always be nice and prominent to get them back again. Just pop those in. Something going on down there. It's very little going on in here, actually, isn't there? There's a little bit of a white mark there. We'll put that in. We'll cover that with blue, but it won't disappear that way. We can always find it. Yeah, that's it. That's a bit further over that way. And down here, these little marks here, just want to get those in so they don't get lost. There's a little bit of mark here. That's black, yeah, just in there. Okay. Also, I think, because she's got such white teeth, I'm going to put those in. Because once the white's on, no black can get in there to grey them up a bit. Once the white's there, it's protecting that area, and you can always get it back again. If any dust gets on there, the white's always going to be underneath. So it's always a good idea. If you've got any really white areas that you want to really save. Now there's a touch of yellow in there, I can see, but put white on first. We can finalise and because I use the white trace down paper, I've very carefully marked out where that needs to go. And this white line needs to go right over the white line I've put on because of where I carefully marked it. Rub it in. I've got clean hands. Make sure your hands are nice and clean when you're doing white teeth, first of all. I like doing teeth. It's very easy to get your teeth too small or too big. So again, when you're tracing on, which is the quickest way to get your picture onto the paper, just be really careful of that. But when you trace on, you're just not making them too big. You're going right over, right on that white line. She's got gorgeous teeth actually, hasn't she? It's because she's a young dog. I think she's only about 2, as I've said. That's it. That's it, that'll do for now. Just pat it in. And we've got some white here. I'll put this in as well because it's quite a prominent area, isn't it? And it's got to stay white. It's going to be a lot of colour going on here. And I really want these bits to stay nice and white. They don't have to be exact, it just need to make sure that that colour's in there. That's coming up there. It's always great to get started on a picture. And we've got nice streaky bits coming in there. That's lovely pink. We can use one of our nice pinks in there. And if I can't find it in that small set, I've got tons of other pastels. I've got different makes, nice quality makes. So we can use those. Okay, I think we've just got a little bit of something in here. But any really light areas that you can see in there. And there's a little bit of lightness here on her eye there. There. And this is what you need to do. If you miss a bits out, like I have, just make sure that when you notice that, draw them in and measure it against something else. So it's kind of just about there. That's that white area there actually. Just like that, that's it. If you want to, you can, as you work through this, if you want to, you can just dab that down, take off the really strong white lines. Right, let's get our eyes in. Use my black and white copy just to remind myself where I actually put those lines. I'm just going to get that in, just for now. Just get that really dark area in there. So I'm going very lightly with this. I'm not going mad with it. I don't really want it going all over the place, which is why I'm using one of these sticks, because they're not dusty like a lot of pastels. They're not very dusty. They're quite useful. Now, as you might know, I'm not really a fan of the blending stumps. So we'll see how I get on without those first. And try and blend with my finger like I normally would. Yeah, that's dark, just there. Just being a bit cautious around here because I've got to get her eyes right. And although they're black, we'll add some brown into these, but they are really dark, aren't they? So we need to get a handle on this. So because I'm going to add some brown in, I'm just going over it a bit lighter there. This is dark, that's her hair there. Nice and dark. So yeah, this isn't very clear with our eyes, but I think we've got enough there to get by okay. But using our tracing as a guide. Do this one now. I'm going to leave those little white bits, of course. Those bits, you know, down there, I've marked that. So it must be important, otherwise I wouldn't have marked it that way. And of course, while I was copying this, I was looking at this picture the whole time as well, using everything. Use everything you've got to make a nice picture. Just got to leave those bits out there, they're lighter. Yeah. Yeah, I could just about see coming through here, there's a black line. It's darker. Just very slight. I mean, you probably can't see that on the screen, but it's there. And that's showing that her eye is coming right round here. That's a black hair. Put that in. Anything you spot, when you spot it, just put it in, so you don't lose it. There. Right. So that's good to get the eyes in. And her nose. I'll get that in as well. Because these are all the fiddly bits. I'll put some blue in the nose there in the top. So we're just going to get all the bits in. Then we're going to try and do some blending and finalise things a bit. She looks like a little panda. Just be careful, because this pastel mat, it's not, as I've said before, it's not like other pastel papers. If this was another kind of paper, it would be, you'd be able to move it around a bit more, but on pastel mat, it doesn't move around, which is one of its great advantages actually. It can be very accurate and neat about what you're doing. Make this darker. Just for now, we'll just get everything in the right place. That's blue definitely up there, but this edge is black. Oops, see, got to concentrate. That is white as well. See, that probably would have been a good idea if I'd put that in, wouldn't it? That white line there. I'll do that next. Because I'm used to working in pencils, of course, you could be a lot more accurate about where you're putting your pastel. But it'll be nice to get a bit more loose with things, I think. Okay, let's take this down for a sec. Just want to put the white in round her nose. Let's just try the putty rubber out on that and see. Oh, looks like a little panda. See how that comes. Yeah. See, look, that's it. It's on there. But the white will go over that, I'm sure. Just, it's a good idea if you want that to be really white. Now there's my first lesson that you can all learn from. Should have put the white on around his nose first. It's a good thing I put it on the other bits, but it should have been on around his nose. That would have been ideal. I'm going to use it's actually cream, isn't it? But I'm going to put it on in white and I can go over it with cream. So that white line is where it starts and it's about this thick. So just make it that thickness. white line. See, it's gone over it okay, look. It's a bit thinner there. And it comes out here. It's a bit darker there. A bit lighter. And just put that, mark it in just gently there. Then that's quite thick coming around there. It's quite a straight, there's the line there. These marks are quite characteristic, of course, so you need to make sure you get those on. Especially if it's someone's pet, those sort of things are really important. You need to make sure that's gone. White the top of your pencil if you want it to be really white. But as I say, I'm going to put yellow over this. I just don't want to lose it. I'll just put it on in white for now. I want to get a feel for that colour, that yellowy colour somewhere else less important before I put it on. Some white lines there. Okay. There's a little bit of white in there. I did that. Okay. Just put this back in. Okay. There's some nice brown in there, but certainly we need the black. So just get nice and loose with it. There's a nice little black area there. And there. We'll go over this with the brown. Just want some streaks of black in there. And here we've got this dark area there. All the way around there. It kind of, it's going to be fading out into a nice brown there. So just put it in, but it's just going to blend in with the brown. Right, that's that little bit there. See, we use that. A bit blacker in here. Stronger in there. Very strong. Now, just want to remind myself where that line is there. Just checking. Yeah, okay, so that's here, under that white line. Okay. Then we've got some black on the edge here. So it's kind of out here. Don't worry about the white bits for now. Right, so now we've got a black area here. You know that's that light line there, I remember doing that. But if you come to a point where you don't remember, just check your black and white picture, like we have been doing. That's really dark in there. Pretty well straight up there. We've got a nice bit coming up there. It's the top of her ear. So we're kind of coming up. We've got some dark marks in there. Actually, there is a bit of green in there. Maybe I'll put some green in there later. And this is that light mark there. Yeah, that's it. So this is the dark area under there. Go across there. That's it. Okay, we'll just get this mass of black in here, and we can do the details a bit later on. It is quite dark. That's it. Just be really careful, because as you've seen, you get it in the wrong place. To get a colour to go over the black, if the black's in the wrong place, it won't be good. It won't be a good outcome. Probably. I don't know. We don't want to make a mistake though, do we? I don't want to make a mistake when I'm trying to show you, but when I do make mistakes, we'll use it as a learning curve. Because I will make mistakes. We all do. And that's how you learn. That's where it all comes from. You've got to be unafraid. Got to be unafraid. Got to go for it. Now then, that's a dark area. Then we've got, let's see. Yeah, this area on the end is dark. Wrap it in. Alright, let's see how it rubs in. Rubs in nicely into the paper, and that will blend nicely with the brown that we're going to put on. Right, so we've got the black, the very dark bits coming from the edge of his eye like that. And then we've got that coming round from here, a bit there. That's it, like that. And then this is coming kind of just about here. So we've got that mark in there. And his ears coming around like that. Just want to get this right here. It's dark in there. Just keep it all dark in there for now. I'll put some streaks. There'll be streaks of black coming through there. You can put them in. Blend. So, and we've got some nice dark lines here. Put those in. There. Now we've got that lovely wind coming through here, but there's a strong dark mark in there. And that's coming around there. And this is this bit here. Now this is coming off the page. I'm just using a little bit of PASTELMAT paper that I had here. If I was doing this for a portrait, a commission or something, I would have used a bigger piece of paper and I'd have put the collar in. But I just thought, as I haven't used the soft pastels before, this is a bit of an experiment really. Now we've got some black coming in round here, and it's just kind of around there really. Put that in as well. That's the black area. It's got some blue in there. That's under, there's a bit of pink in there, see? Leaving that out, just not going over there. Dark under there. Got to be a bit careful here. The teeth are lined with the black area. Be a bit careful about that. The pastels take a bit of getting used to the feel of where the end is. I'm using the tooth to measure there now, so that's got to come down about here. And that line there, see whether that's the pink bit. And that is coming like that. Now I've got to watch this so I don't get all this over here, because that's what I tend to get carried away. Then before you know it, you've got the black all on the edge of the paper. This is very black. That's what you always need, that in a mouth. You nearly always need that black in first to give it that depth, to show that it's really going back. And all the colour that you use in his mouth or her mouth, it will be right then. That's the light bit there, see? I'll just put the black in there beside it. And then round his tooth. On the edge of his tooth. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's a bit of a knack. Just, that's it. Yeah, I can easily go over that, don't worry about that. But it's just about making sure that you get the shape of the tooth exactly right. And this is why it's important to put it in first, in white, because if you don't get it quite right, then it's not the end of the world. That's got to go up here. And that's quite a thick area there, see? Just looking at the shape, looking at that shape, that's got to go in there. Very, very dark. And there's a light bit there, we've got to leave that out. And then you can see there's quite a big black area there above that. So make sure you do that deep enough. It's very dark in there. Right, so we'll do this side now. There's the line there. That's actually a bit of a curve coming out there. So we're just going to slightly change that. Come out like that. And this is coming literally halfway over a tooth top. That's that. There's a bit of dark in there. And this is dark in here. There. Yeah, just gone over his tooth a bit there with the black, but we'll be able to go over that in white. That'll work. That'll be okay. Make that a bit darker in there. Now, let's work our way across his mouth. There is a black line there, and we'll put that in because from past experience I know that those lines are important to get in. And also, like I say, this needs to be black in here for a start off. I've tried using other colours like this in the past and different dogs' mouths, but you nearly always need that black in there. That's where his pink starts there. And that's, yeah, there's another line coming across here. So here's another black bit coming across there. And it's quite dark on the other side of his tooth, so we'll get that in there. It's probably a bit further down there. And that's kind of coming like that direction there. Just giving a bit of a guideline there, where the black will go up to. There. Just rub it in. Now, we've got some dark areas here. Let's just have a quick check here. Just under that bit there. And it's dark the other side of the white there, see? Just coming through there. Just bits and pieces there. Now, let's do this dark area here. It's quite a large dark area there. That's the light bit. Just that bit there, that's a bit yellow. It's going up there. Well, a happy little face is materialising here, isn't it? You can see it already. This is going to be an absolutely gorgeous picture. Right, that's light. Yeah, there's a little thin line there. Trying to go through there. It's a bit darker in there. The dark bits there. Yeah, so that needs to be a bit more white coming down there, so we'd better do that. So because I've just spotted that, I'm gonna do that. This looks like the black is coming deeper down in here, and the white needs to go down a bit. So we'll do that now. It's got to come down here, this white bit here. A bit like that. A bit shorter that side. That's better. Now, let's get this black on. Yeah. So then there's some streaks coming this kind of direction, up through here. That'll give it a bit of definition. This, I just want to check where that is. Okay, that's coming through there, like that. Bit of black. On here, bit of black. Bit of black in here. And then this is black in here. We're just going to make it black. Won't bother with the collar, because I won't be able to get much of it in at all. So I'll just leave that out. Just left it very loose around there. that's okay for now. I think we'll just kind of leave it there for now. There's, what's that? Yeah, there's a little bit of black just here. Oops, missed the spot. That's it there. Again, if you were doing someone's animal, that would be really important to get that in. And that's actually, you can see now, that's down there. So I'll have to remember that. Okay, that's all for today, I think. A sweet little face. She's going to be gorgeous. Okay, we'll come back tomorrow. Have another go at it. Okay, thanks for watching.